Scratchers! Welcome to episode 4 of the Scratch Beginner Tutorial series. Hopefully you understood everything from the last episode, which was episode 3, and episode 4 is now out here. So, last episode we actually learned about the paint editor, and if you don't know what that is, you better go look at the last 3 episodes because I made a very clear explanation about how Scratch works and everything. I'll give a link to the playlist containing all of the episodes in the description below, so you can go check that out. But anyways, last episode I said that there were more complex features in the paint editor that we still have to cover, and I didn't cover all of that in one episode because it will be very overwhelming. I already taught you guys how to use the paint editor for like 40 minutes in my last video. So I decided I might as well do 2 episodes on it so you guys can understand it better. Now anyways, as you can see, we've gotten a message. So I'll let know my friend again that I am going to record episode 4. Now as you guys know, I taught you guys how to use messages as well in the last episode for like the initial 10 minutes. So just a quick reminder. So this is your messages box. Whenever you have a message, it says 1 here, and whenever you click on it, it says yay. So for example, he has sent yay to my as a response to my comment. So as you can see, that's how that works. So whenever someone replies to your comment, they say something like yay, and I said recording episode 4. So whenever I can respond to them saying, oh hi, this is a reminder, and then I click on post. Then they will get that message in their like messages box, and it will be there like it's me Nami just responded to your comment on It's Me Nami's profile saying, oh hi, this is a reminder, just like how they mouse W reply to your comment on your profile. So that's how that works. Hopefully you understood how comments work again. If you don't want to talk with the community and you want no one to comment on your profile, then you can click on profile here by clicking here. Then you can scroll down and click on this checkbox saying turn off commenting. And when I say that, nobody can comment on your profile anymore. But I want to turn it on because, of course, I am not scared of people commenting on my profile. And a race game, we also shared our race game last episode, and yeah. So a lot of stuff has happened. If you want to cover it all, you better want to look at the last episodes. Now anyways, let's go to my stuff by clicking here. I think you all remember this by now. As you can see, we have our little Bob in the thumbnail of paint editor test. Now let's click on see inside to go into the coding area of our project. It's loading. And as you can see, we have our little Bob that we made in our last episode. So, I hope you all remember how you get to the paint editor. So first we have this code section here, and then we have the costume section. So whenever you click on this costume section, you can actually make more costumes. As I said, costumes or sprites inside of sprites. If you make a new costume and you change it to that, this man will change it to that new costume that you made if you say switch costume to costume 2. So this is the man we made in the last episode. His name was Bob or Bobby, I don't really remember. But the last episodes, I taught you guys about these buttons, but I didn't teach you about this convert to bitmap or all of these buttons or anything. Today we're going to be going over those buttons. So whenever you click, so you have this Bob here. Now as you can see, you can actually select specific body parts and move them away from Bob. But what if someone remixes your project by, I told you, I talked about this in one of my episodes, that people could remix your projects, but they have to change something in it. If someone remixes your project and they want to change Bobby's appearance to something else, then if they want to select whole Bobby here, they have to select him like this. You have to click and then drag all over his body parts. So you see, now all of his body parts are selected. But if you click on, but these areas are still there, you can still pull them away. So what if you don't want these being separate, like you want them connected with Bobby? So now you can still get them away. These squares, you can still drag them away. But we want this square to be connected with Bobby so that whenever we click on the square, whole Bobby's body comes along with it. So how do we do that? Now that's what, let's just get it all up again. We'll click and then drag over all of Bobby's body parts. See, everything is selected. Now that's what group is for. So group basically connects all of the body parts that you have selected so that you can just pull a single body part away from it. So whenever you click on group, and you might think nothing has happened, but as you can see, whenever you clicked on the square earlier, it would move away like a single body part. But whenever I click on it now, whole Bobby comes along with it. So that means that that whole thing is connected, and now you can just pull specific body parts away. Now if you would like specific body parts to be pulled away though, you can always do that. But just that you have to click another button. So whenever you click on Bobby, as you can see, he's grouped now. If you click on him, then there's an ungroup button which lets you make him disconnected again. So whenever you click on ungroup, then you can see that his square can be moved around again, and that not his whole body comes along with it. So hopefully you understood what group and ungroup means. So when you drag across the screen the whole body of Bobby and you click on group, as you can see, when you click on the square, the whole thing comes along. So everything is connected. But whenever you click on ungroup, specific body parts can be moved away. And that's how group and ungroup works. It's very important, because if you're making a drawing and you want everything to be connected, but you accidentally click on a part you haven't connected and you keep getting it away by mistake and you have to keep putting it back in the exact area where it was, it's going to be very, very hard. So if you want to keep everything safe in one place, group is actually a very useful feature. Now let's also give like a very quick reminder of what these do. So this is like to select some parts and like increase the size and stuff. Okay, if you click here, then you can select stuff like this. And when you do this, you can select very small parts and like change the bends, and it's very like a curvy machine. So as you can see, whenever we click here and we click on one of these blue balls, as you can see, that one part becomes huge, and that looks like a big pizza for some reason. I'm becoming hungry now. Now this is like a line drawing. I think all of you remember this from the last episode. If you've used Microsoft Paint before, this is no problem. This is the eraser tool that lets you erase everything. So let's just get rid of our little line here real quick. Oh my god, we're accidentally touching Bobby with the eraser. You know, we can redo that. We'll get on to that. So whenever you click on here, you can change specific body parts to black. So as you can see, entire Bobby's black now. If you click on the T, you can write text, hello. Now we went over this all in the last episode, so if you find that we're going a bit too fast, you can always look at the last episodes. So here you can just make a weird line that goes around. I don't see why this particular line would be useful. I feel like this one is more like intuitive, but fine. If you really need it in your project, feel free to use it. Just my personal opinion. And of course, the circle is always there to make a giant circle, and then you also have the square. Now you want normal Bobby again. As you remember from last episode, we have the undo button up in the top corner here, and whenever you click on it, as you can see, Bobby is all normal again. And if you want the things that you've made to come back, you can always just do this, and as you can see, everything has come back, and then you can always just undo it again. Now hopefully you got a quick reminder of what these buttons do and what group and ungroup do. I hope you've understood everything. If you have any questions, please remember to ask me in Facebook comments. So moving on from group and ungroup, let's select our Bobby here. Oh my god, I'm still using the square. Let me just get rid of that real quick. So let's actually select Bobby. And now that we have selected Bobby, let's see what these buttons called forward, backward, front and back do. Now first of all, these might seem very weird as, wait, what? Everything is already forward, you can already move them around, you can already resize our shapes, you can do everything already. Why do you need to get separate buttons for them when we already have so many features here? Well, let me explain. Forward, backward and these front and back buttons are already pretty complex. So, as you can see, we have our little arm here. So, let's just put arm here and let's click on backward. Okay, nothing happened. That's not a problem. Let's click on back. So, whenever you click on back, as you can see, this arm actually disappeared behind it. So that basically means that it goes behind whatever shape it's in. So as you can see, it's very free here. Whenever you click on black, the square is very free here, but whenever you pull it inside of the body, it slowly disappears, because whenever you click on back, then it goes behind the shape it was currently on. And whenever you click on front with it, let's just get our square back where it was and put this there. And whenever you click on front, it comes in front. So this is basically a thing called layering on Scratch. There are two layers. For now we have like two layers, the body and then this. So whenever you click on back, it goes to the lowest layer of the entire body. And whenever you select that, it's under here again, of course. When you select that and you click on front, it comes to the top layer. And then when you bring it here, nothing happens. When you click on back, although, it goes back again. So that's how that works. But if you were to get this one, so let me just show you guys an example for that. Now if you had all of these stacked upon each other, then you would automatically have 3 layers. So if you click on back now, then as you can see, it goes to the backest area. But this is where forward and backward comes in. So whenever you have like more than 2 layers, so for example, let me just quickly explain what front and back means so you really understand it, because this is extremely important. Whenever you click on back, let's click on front for now, it goes to the lowest layer, which means under the whole thing so that nobody can see it. Back, as you can see, nobody can see it because it has gone to the most underst area of your drawing. But whenever you click on front, as you can see, it has come all the way to the top. So that's how that works. It's a very simple way of doing it. So front means it comes to the highest layer so that everybody can clearly see your shape. But if you click on back, it goes to the lowest layer. But what if you don't want it to go to the highest or lowest layer? You just want it to go back a single layer. That's where forward and backward comes in. So whenever you have 3 layers like this, and you click on front and then on back, as you can see, it goes away. But it goes under this big square because that's the most under area of this entire body. But what if you just wanted to go behind this square and not behind everything? That's where this forward and backward button really helps. So let's click on backward real quick. Make that come up again and then click on backward. Now as you can see, it's gone behind, but you didn't see that properly because of course everything is black. So whenever you click on forward, it's actually above here, but whenever you click on backward, it's actually like behind here. So that's how forward and backward works. Click on backward and as you can see, you're dragging it away from behind the area. The only problem is these are both the same color, so you can't actually see that properly. Let me just make this thing red for a second. Now you'll see it better. So now when you click on forward and you pull it, then as you can see, I think it's glitching like this because I think it's not properly to the front. Now if you bring it like this, as you can see, it's in the front. When you click on backward, as you can see, it goes behind, and you have to click a few times on it because I think it's kind of glitchy. Oh my god. And yeah, that happens again. So when you click on forward a few times, as you can see, it comes to the front, and when you click on backward so many times, then as you can see, it disappears because it's went beneath 2 layers. So forward basically brings it back 1 layer, so not to the like deepest point of your drawing, but it brings you back 1 layer. So think of it like a train. No, like a train is a very bad example, so how can I teach you guys that? Okay, so think of this like a couple of boxes stacked on top of each other. So you have these 3 boxes. So this one is the biggest box, this one is the second, this one is the third. And you want to put the toppest box, which is of course this horizontal small one, under the second box so that it's on top of this big box. So you have imagine 3 boxes, and the toppest box is this horizontal one, and you want to put it under the red box. Then you would click on backward because it has to go beneath 1 box, and it doesn't have to go all the way under this big box. So as you can see, now it's under the red box. So that's how that works. But the next time your boss or somebody gives you a quest to put this box all the way under this area, so this big square. So you can click here, bring it back to the top by clicking on front, and whenever you click on back, it goes all the way under all of the boxes. And now you can't see that small box anymore because it's too small. So that's how that works. You can always bring it back up, of course, but you have to come to the front again so that you can put it back where in the top. So basically what this means is back brings your box to the lowest area, so to the lowest area possible, and backward below like a single box or layer as they call it in Scratch. Now forward and front, I think you guys can understand that now. If you have something in the back, you can bring it back to the front by clicking on front. As you can see, it's back on the top again. And whenever you click on backward and something goes behind a single layer, you click on forward to bring that back up again. So that's basically very simple. It was so complicated at first, but it's actually super simple. Whenever you click on forward, it comes to the top, backward, it goes to the back, and that's how that works. Hopefully you understood how layering works. I should probably make like a separate video because there are also blocks related to layering. That's right, blocks, yeah. There's way more to layering, and prepare to get bored for that video. But anyways, that's how layering works. But we're not yet done. I'm not leaving you alone just like that. Let's redo all of our changes. And this is obviously going to take a while because we did a lot. We have to spam click this button. Oh my god. Okay. This is going to take a while. You know what? Instead of doing this, we could always just insert them back where they were, and that's just a lot easier. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. Let's also get him, like, group him, just like we learned, and then bring him here. Okay, now our Bobby is back to normal, and all of that complicated forward, backward, front, back is now over. Now, what does flip horizontal mean? Now we learned about horizontal in the second episode, I think. So whenever something is horizontal, it means a straight line from this side over here all the way over here. So it's like a straight line. But whenever you're making like a line that's from up to down or down to up, then it's called vertical. Now if you click on flip horizontal, it will go the other way horizontally. So let me click here, and as you can see, it's looking, or Bobby is looking the other way now. I can just keep clicking this. As you can see, it's like a 3D model, continuously changing where it looks. So that's how flip horizontal looks. It's like he's looking at the other way horizontally, because horizontal means right to left. It means you look in the other direction of where he's currently looking. So currently he's looking this side, but when you click here, he's looking at that side. And now flip vertical. Flip vertical basically means upside down, because he's up now, and when you do this, as you can see, he goes upside down. But when you click on flip vertical again, as you can see, he's back to normal. So that's how flip horizontal and flip vertical means. It's very easy. Those are like the funniest part. And then you of course have copy, which copies your if you can copy your bob, and then you can right click somewhere. Then you can click on paste, and as you can see we have two bobbies now. So you can copy your bobby and then paste him so that you have several bobbies. Now as you can see we have three bobby friends all holding hands here. So that's how that works. If you want to get rid of things faster, you can always just click on them and click on the backspace key. You can also click on delete instead. So when you click on delete, Bobby goes away. But if you accidentally deleted something, no problem. You can always just click on the undo button and your Bobby will always come back. So we still have this convert to bitmap button here. You might be asking, oh no, bitmap, what's that gonna be now? Very easy, guys. Let me click on this button. We're going into a new dimension. Wait a minute. It's all the same. See? So bitmap is basically everything that it makes everything like kind of blocky. So as you can see, his smile has like blocks now. It's like every single part of his eye has become very blocky. So bitmap is basically like a blocky world that changes all of your auto blocks. As you can see, everything here is blocky as well. Now convert to vector. Vector is the normal editor. And as you can see, whenever you try to fill the background in vector by using the fill tool, nothing works. But whenever you go to bitmap and you click on the background, as you can see, it does work. So that's how like the whole fill thing works. Now there is also the copy, paste and everything here, filled outline. Fill out basically means that your whole object is filled with color. Outline means it's only outside like that. As you can see, it's only its outsides that are like that. So it's very easy. Bitmap is basically the same as vector, except it's more complicated and it has some very cool stuff. So if you click on outline, your circle is merely outlined, but when you click on fill, it's filled with black. Now click on outline, you can also change the thickness of the line. So if I set that to 100, as you can see, our lines are like a giant 0 here. So that's how that works. And whenever you have this, you can set the thickness to 100 here too. And as you can see, it goes all the way like this. And everything is blocky here. You guys probably noticed that. Everything here is blocky. So that's that. Let me just color the entire screen. Oh my god, that looks horrible. What have I done? I'm such a bad artist. Anyways, like, that's how this works. And clicking on eraser means you basically get rid of everything. This is the same, we all know this. Now let's just quickly get rid of it by setting it to 100 and just swiping everything away. There we go, everything is gone now. I think there's still some stuff out there, so let's just zoom out. Oh my god, there's still a lot. So zooming out basically zooms out your drawing, and as you can see, you have a lot more space to draw whenever you zoom out, because as you can see, they have this little canvas here, which basically means that you can make larger drawings than possible whenever you start drawing here. So that's how that works. Anyways, that was everything I wanted to teach you guys about the paint editor. Wow, you guys are probably like so confused, and you guys are probably like, you have learned a lot this episode too. Like forward, backward, front, back were not easy for me to learn. They took me a long while. You probably wouldn't understand them at first either, but try clicking on these buttons randomly for a while and see how all of their shapes change and stuff. Whenever you see that, you'll notice that everything is different than normal. You'll see that it's not just some random thing you've made, and that it's actually something special. Now let's make our Bobby again. Yes, our friend Bobby is back, everyone. Let's go back to vector. See, now you're just casually looking at all of this thinking, hey, look, I'm a paint editor pro, because you know everything now. That's the paint editor, guys. Hopefully you understood everything. Please ask me in Facebook comments if you have any questions. If you are still confused about these, like I said, just spam the buttons. Like select specific body parts, put them in front of other ones, and then click on front, forward, backward, back. Flip horizontal is very easy. I think you guys all understood it by now. Anyways, hopefully you guys understood how that works. Please, I'm emphasizing on this. Please ask me if you have any questions, because programming is not easy. if you want to make a game, a big game like Minecraft or Roblox or Fortnite, it's not like a casual thing you do every day. It takes some games take like 10 years to make. 10 years. I know people who have been learning programming for 10 years and still they have new things to learn. Programming is a language where the learning never ends. Even I've been using Scratch for 2 years. I don't even know what several blocks mean. I'm still confused about a few stuff. Like I said, I only learned about these forward, backward, front and back buttons myself very recently. It's not a very easy process to learn programming, guys. We really have to dedicate your time to it and really like think, I can do this. Anyways, please make sure to like, share and subscribe. Now, if you're thinking I'm just promoting myself, I'm actually not. The reason I want people to like and subscribe is because when you like the video, more people might actually get to see like that someone is making tutorials. Someone's dream could be fulfilled if you like this video and this video gets mixed into the algorithm and people see like, oh, this boy is making tutorials, it might help me out, and they could learn programming, which is why I'm telling you to like the video. I'm not doing this just for my personal good, okay? But anyways, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Also ask me any questions if you have some. Please also keep trying to learn, because if you get out of touch for just a week, next week you'll be all confused. What does all of this mean? And you'll have to look at the whole video again. Of course, looking at the whole video again will help, but you can't keep looking at it forever, right? You'll have to memorize a couple of stuff. Some people are just scared because they have to memorize so much in programming. They're like, I can't memorize that much. But like I said, guys, programming is not a piece of cake. And you go to the code, as you can see, we have millions of blocks here. And then there's more. What does this button here mean? Is it more? What's this backpack? What's this? What's this? It's all coming in the beginner tutorial. So wait, patiently learn, and you'll be able to master Scratch. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, share and subscribe. And it's us, the most epic programmers of the entire world.